Yes, I was hoping you might be here. I'm so happy you found it. Do you have earplugs? I have some if you don't. Or you can just leave. You have some? Okay. Sorry, I know. It's not exciting. Christine. Okay, leave if you want, whatever you want. Uh-huh. It might be, Cassie. I never like telling that to people, but it might be. Your brother can say that though. Hi, Sophia. I guess. I don't know. I haven't been in there. No, you can go in there for sure. Always room for you. I did it opposite today just because I felt like it. Good job, everyone. Making space. Love it. I turned the room around just for fun, keeping you on your toes. Yeah. I didn't see you come in, but I missed you. Oh my God.
Hi. It's good to meet you.
To see you. This is River. She only comes.
That's how I talk to my voice.
I can't help it. Also, hi, Niels. I don't think I gave you a proper hello. Okay, Zoomies, putting you up here. Putting you up here. They're like flies on the wall. You can turn on your music if you want. You can turn your video on or off. I love it on, but if you feel more comfortable with it off, totally fine with me. If at any time you can't hear me, feel free to unmute yourself and tell me, okay? That's how I feel. I'm here, we're all here. Christine's here. All right, friends, welcome. Are there still people out there? People out there, come in. Okay. All right, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm just back. Most of you, I think, no, maybe not, but I just got back from my Morocco retreat on Wednesday night. So I'm just still like settling in, grounding back down. And I've been thinking, my Morocco retreat, some of you were listening, it was amazing, like Morocco, Africa in and of itself, amazing to see, but facilitating the retreat and holding space for the group and for particularly one person who was extremely unhappy the entire time really exhausted me. And I've just been thinking about how I could have handled things differently or shown up in a way that, I don't know, like didn't fuel me so much, because the whole retreat, I felt like my energy had to be focused on this one person. So I've just been thinking a lot about how letting go of control is really just like the biggest lesson for all of us over and over and over and over again. I think like I was thinking about my shadow, and you guys maybe hear that word. So the shadow side of you is that part of you that you never want to know is there. You want to imagine it doesn't exist within you. And I think my shadow, a lot of times it's your ego. It comes from your ego. My shadow is like, it wants control so bad. And I think that's how a lot of us are. Like, we want to know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, how it's going to look. And when you're traveling through Africa, you just have to let go of that, or you are going to suffer. So I watched this person suffer and tried to move mountains to make her happy. And it's just like, at some point I had to let go of her enjoying my retreat. And that was really hard for me, because I want so badly to control everything so that everybody has like an amazing experience. Letting go of that and just everything. The whole theme of my retreat, from the cannot surrender to the flow of life, then you're going to be fighting against it and swimming upstream. So as you move through your practice today, I guess my invitation is, notice when you're fighting against your own body, your own breath. So when you're in a pose, and maybe you should have modified, maybe you should have stayed where you were at and not forced it. So rather than fighting your way through your practice or fighting with your breath, see if you can kind of get curious about surrendering to where you are at in this moment. So we all have different things going on inside of our bodies, whether it's an injury or whether it's just how we woke up this morning. But pay attention to that as you move through your practice and listen to what feels right for you, letting go of control of what feels right or what I'm doing or what you're supposed to be doing, but just feeling into this moment and what works for you and just flowing with your body, with your breath. I firmly believe, like, I've been teaching yoga for 10 years and I've watched so many people practice, and I feel like the way people practice, a lot of times it's exactly how they move through their life. Like, when we practice in this really firm, aggressive way all the time, there's no softness. A lot of times, that's how we act out there too. When we're just lazy all the time, a lot of times, that's how we act out there too. So it's like interesting to think of our practice as just this microcosm. And I even started to see my retreat as a microcosm of life in and of itself, of how we move through the world, whether we are like contracted and scared and projecting that onto everybody and everything, or if we can open up and just surrender to what's already there. We have no control. And the more we can let that just like move through us, I think that's where like the beauty of being human in this life is kind of felt. So anyway, let's do the thing, my friends. Let's start in just a comfortable seat. So most of you are like to stretch just a little bit, get some physical feedback. And then eventually just settle into stillness. So as you feel ready, close your eyes and place your hands intentionally. Maybe your hands rest on your lap, palms face up for a little more openness, receptivity. Palms face down for a little more grounding. Maybe prayer hands, or even one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly. So feel into what feels most resonant for you in this moment. And then just start to notice everything that's creating the here and now. So hearing rubies chomping, hearing the sound of my voice, hearing the sound of the music, feeling the ground underneath you, the space, the air around you, and then your own inner space, your own inner world. Notice any emotions that you might be feeling, where you feel them, how they feel. Any sensations that are there. Notice if there's anywhere you're holding tension in your physical body that you didn't even realize. So maybe through your face, your shoulders, maybe through your hands or your fingers. And then start to notice the rise and fall of your breath. The expansion and contraction of each inhale, each exhale. Next time you breathe in, very intentionally fill up as big as you can. Hold at the top. Maybe sip in a little bit extra. And then big, huge sigh when you're ready out your mouth. Let it go. Again, like that. Inhale, fill up. Maybe sit a little taller. So feel as if you could take up more space, even just energetically, whole. When you're ready, huge open mouth sigh. Beautiful. One more time like that. Biggest inhale you've taken all morning. Pause in fullness. Extra little sip if you can. Open mouth sigh. Release. Beautiful. Seal your lips now and start to drop into your Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. Start to create that whisper noise, that oceanic sound. Follow follow it with your awareness. You can stay right here for as long as you'd like. If this is where you want to stay for the entire class, fine with me. When you are ready to start moving, you can start from your seat if you want to, maybe just moving through your head, your shoulders, your spine. Maybe you want to reach your arms up and stretch your side body. So anywhere you want to go from your seat, and then eventually come forward to hands and knees and start some intuitive movement, intuitive exploration from there. So cat-cows is always a familiar place to start, just working with the flexion and extension of your spine. And then maybe you start to get a little more creative from there. Move your hips side to side. Circle your hips all the way around. Is it okay? Good job, you guys. So as you begin to move, tune in more deeply to your breath. Maybe you close your eyes and really move from the inside. So not thinking your way through, but using your felt senses, moving from the inside out. So if you put your awareness in your spinal column, what do you feel? What's there? If you put your awareness in your hips, feel around, breathe into your hips. Maybe you find some stiff or tight spaces, kind of move back and forth. If your forearms are sore, if you want to stretch your wrists a bit, you can turn your fingers out to the sides, back towards your knees. So start to feel yourself as more of a four-legged creature just for a moment. Feel a little bit more primal, instinctual. So the way animals move, can you move your body in that same way? For some reason, humans feel so uncomfortable with intuitive movement, and animals, they just do it naturally. They don't care how they look. When you are ready, next few breaths, downward facing dog, no rush. Nice job, everyone. Once you are back in your down dog, keep it up. Keep that exploration going. So perhaps pedal out your heels, maybe shift your weight from side to side. Maybe shake your head, yes, no. So in your dog pose, if you're not sure how apart your hands and your feet should be, a good way to measure is to come forward to a plank, like you're going to do a push-up. And then without moving your hands or feet, just lift your hips and press them back like there's a rope attached to your belly button, pulling up and tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. Maybe you bend your knees a lot to find more length in your spine. Find more length in your side bodies. Good, you guys. So make this pose fit your body rather than cranking your body into a shape that doesn't work for you. I bend my knees in my down dog. Even to this day, my heels do not touch the ground, and that's just fine. That's not the goal. The goal is to work the length from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. You look so good. Nice poses, everyone. And then tune back into your breath. So can you feel your breath? Each inhale, it's like you're being lifted up, becoming more buoyant from the inside out. Each exhale, you're plugging into your center. Find that navel to spine connection. Beautiful poses. You look so good. Take one more big inhale into your down dog. As you exhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Step, tiptoe, or hop forward, fold, top of your space. Once you've arrived, take a moment to just be in your fold. Maybe a ragdoll pose. Grab opposite elbows. Maybe hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. Give the back of your neck some traction. If it feels better, bring your feet out really wide, even wider than your hips. Keep all of your toes facing forward. If it feels better, bend your knees a lot. Keep your weight in your toes and the balls of your feet, not so much in your heels. And see if you can lift your butt, your sit bones up using the strength in your core. So use Uddiyana Bandha, your navel to spine connection at the bottom of each exhale to dive a little bit deeper. Big deep breath, soften your face, unclench your jaw. Take one more round. Inhale, halfway lift position. So spine nice and long. It's like you're gazing over the edge of a diving board. Exhale, fold, nice air in, bow, let it go. One more time like that, halfway lift. Stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward. See if you can press back through the very tops of your thighs. Exhale, fold. This time, come through your halfway lift and continue to rise. So reverse swan dive all the way up, arms to the sky. Hands to your heart with your exhale. Flow with your breath for just a moment. Inhale, high mountain reach. Exhale, swan dive down. See if you can take the entire length of your exhale to dive. So traction out your spine, telescope your ribs, then let it go. Nice river with your inhalation. Halfway lift. So feel that length and strength in your back body. Exhale, fold. Beautiful, Eileen. Press into your feet, lead with your heart. Take it all the way up. Arms reach. Inhale. Hands to heart. Exhale. One more time like that. Make it a meditation in motion. Inhale, reach up. Maybe close your eyes. Feel your body move through space as you exhale. Swan dive down. Stick your butt out, then let it go. Sit bones towards the sky. Inhale to your halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Big spacious breath. Exhale, fold all the way to empty. Navel to spine connection. From that place, rise. Heart lifts. Arms reach. And hands to heart, exhale. Good job. This time, inhale, take your arms up. Let's grab our left wrist with our right hand. Turn your left palm towards the windows, and then upper body goes right as your hips go left. So more weight in your left foot, and especially press into the inner edge of your left foot. If you want, you can reach your right tiptoes out to the right. Keep them really light against the ground. Think of a crescent moon shape. That's what you're trying to create with your body. Breathe into your left waistline, your left rib cage. Take one more deep breath. Yes, good, Brian. Inhale back to center. Switch your grip. So grab your right wrist. And then as you exhale, other side, up and over. So initiate the stretch from your lower body, from your hips, and then work it into your upper. Beautiful. The space in between your right ribs, those intercostal muscles, stretch them out, wake them up. Take one more round. Keep your right shoulder back and down, plugged into the socket. Inhale, come back to center, both feet on the ground, release your grip. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. If you want more intensity, bend your elbows and press your palms together. Now imagine your elbows are magnetized. Try to squeeze them together. Now keep all of that. Imagine your fingers are super glued together and you're trying to pull just your fingers apart. If you want more, reach your hands back. Maybe add a little back bend. Lift your heart. So not your head, but your heart. Lift your sternum. Take one more big in breath. Beautiful. Exhale, keep your clasp. Swan dive down. So hinge at your hips, take it all the way down, fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. If it feels better, widen your stance. See if you can bring your weight forward. So don't rock back into your heels. Weight more in your toes and the balls of your feet. Lift your butt up, lift your knuckles up, possibly even start to reach your knuckles forward. If you're pressing your palms and that's too much, let that part go. Take one more big, huge inhale. Nice, Paul. Exhale, hands to your low back. Gently release your clasp. Let your arms hang. You can give them a little shake out if you like. Shake your head a little bit. Next time you breathe in, find your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Pause right here. You're welcome to come to your knees. So spread your fingers really wide, push the ground away. Take one more big inhale. And if you're on your toes, see if you can rock forward onto your tippy toes. Exhale, lower halfway down. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Do that one more time. Little rock forward, lower halfway. Awesome, Jen. Inhale, push up. And then your chaturanga as slow as you can go all the way down to your belly. Yeah. Beautiful, friends. Find a back bend, your variation. Baby cobra, full cobra, Spider-Man, Sphinx, up dog. Maybe give yourself a couple rounds or so, feeling into your front body, feeling into your side bodies or your shoulders even. And then when you are ready, no rush, downward facing dog, transition back with awareness, intentionally, mindfully. So feeling into your down dog today in this moment, not just going into your habits or patterns. So sometimes we pop into our down dog and we just do the same thing every time. How about today you slowly move back into your down dog and then feel whatever there is to feel. Make little tiny micro adjustments that actually make a big, huge difference. So for example, how would it feel to press more into your thumbs and your index fingers? How would it feel to externally rotate your shoulders a little more out away from your ears? How would it feel to press more into the big toe mound? Or does your spine round, or can you keep the length? So just staying curious right here in this moment, being with whatever is, feeling whatever there is to feel in your body rather than resisting it. Adjust as needed, respond as needed with awareness, intentionally, mindfully. Take one more big inhale into your down dog. Beautiful poses, you guys, and really nice adjustments. Exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, however you want to get there. Forward fold. As you inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold and bow. All right, this time chair pose. So bend your knees, weight in your heels, butt reaches back, lift your heart, lift your arms. If that feels like too much to lift your arms, you can cactus or bring your hands to prayer instead. See if you can find a little tone through your lowest, deepest abdominals. So pull your belly button back and up, and you can lift your heart just a little higher by squeezing the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Soften your face. Yes, beautiful. Nice, Kelly. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, everything stays the same, but swing your arms back behind you. Option to float up to your tiptoes for drinking bird. Keep a little back bend in your heart, so a little cobra. Stay where you're at, or if you're in drinking bird, play with straightening your legs and taking your beak towards the ground like a little drinking bird. Good job, you guys, wherever you're at. Next time you breathe in, high mountain, so you can stay on your tiptoes if you want to, all the way up as tall as you can grow. Nice, Kathy. And exhale, maybe you stay on your tiptoes, swan dive down, stick your butt out, possibly bend your knees if that feels better. Beautiful work. Thanks, Christine. Halfway lift with your heels on the ground as you breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa however you would like. So you can add a couple push-ups, take it on your knees, skip it all together. See you back in downward facing dog. Nice, Sophia. Good job, everybody. Beautiful awareness. Once you're back in down dog, reconnect to your breath. Ujjayi, deep diaphragmatic breath. So not only do you feel it, but you hear it. That gentle whisper, that oceanic sound. Next time you inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. And then see if you can keep your hips square for this one. So inner thighs face each other. I don't care how high your right leg goes, but make it strong and powerful. So if I came over and tried to press your right leg down, it wouldn't even move. There's so much strength there. Take one more big inhale and see if you can straighten your leg even more. Exhale, right knee to your nose, round your hallway. Nice air and exhale, softly step forward, low lunge. Rise to crescent in your next couple breaths. So if you want to move just a little bit, settle in. Eventually front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. Nice, Lisa. Square off your hips. So pull your front hip back, back hip forward. What you're doing is plugging the femur bones into the hip sockets. Yeah, nice, Leah. Lift your heart, tone through your lowest, deepest abdominals and feel that support in your low back. Feel your heart lift even one more here with your right hand. Legs stay the same. Pull your upper body towards the windows to the right. Keep pulling your right hip back, left hip forward. Keep your left shoulder back and down, plugged into the socket. See if you can breathe more length into your left side. Strength and structure in your legs. And then lengthen and expand through your upper body. Take one more deep breath. Inhale back to center, release your grip. As you exhale, bring your hands to the ground, and then we'll twist. So left hand on the ground or on a block, right arm to the sky. Revolve lunge. Good, Andrea. Pull your right hip towards the back of the room, but at the same time, your right knee hugs towards your left armpit. Yes, back leg strong and powerful. So imagine the power of this pose is coming from your back foot, moving through your back leg, and then connecting to your center. Breathe down into your belly, and as you exhale, twist to your edge. Just one more deep breath. Nice, Mills. End of your exhalation, let it go. Warrior two stance. So pivot your back heel down. And as you're ready, cartwheel your arms up. Grab a right toes face directly forward, left toes directly to the left. If it feels like your butt's sticking out behind you, really focus on wrapping your right butt cheek underneath you and tracking your right knee towards your pinky toe. Notice, are you leaning forward or does your weight feel nice and centered? This is one of my favorite poses to close my eyes and feel it from the inside. See if you can feel a neutral pelvis while allowing your hips to open. Next time you breathe in, reverse warrior. So front palm rotates up and reach back. You might bring your left hand to your hip for a little support. Maybe your left fingertips slide lightly down your back leg. If you want to grab your right wrist with your left hand and use that as a little bit of gentle leverage, go for it. Imagine you're trying to lift your right rib cage up away from your right hip. Yes, good, Mary. Soften your face. Bend your front knee just a little more. Track it towards your pinky toe. One more big inhale. Good, Brian. And exhale, warrior two. Straighten and maybe shorten your stance by just an inch or so. So we're setting up for triangle. So I like to imagine there's a rope attached to the outside of my left hip and it's pulling back. And then at the same time as your hips pull back, your right fingertips are reaching towards the front wall. So pull yourself in opposite directions, then right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. So you don't collapse over and close your heart. Everything stays open. Yeah, you look so good. Yes, beautiful, friends. You can stay here, or maybe you want to take your left arm forward. Maybe you want to take both arms forward. Only take both arms forward if you can hold the integrity of the pose in your legs. Breathe. Awesome, Jen. Beautiful. Your heart wants to look up at the sky. Take one more full round of breath. Press into your feet. Rise up. Reach both arms up. Parallel your feet. Turn all 10 of your toes to face the left side of the room. Good. Inhale here. As you exhale, hands behind your back, interlace. Roll your shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades hug your spine. Maybe you press your palms. Start to reach your hands back. Lift your heart, lift your sternum. One more inhale. Keep your clasp. Hinge at your hips. Swan dive down. Bend your knees a lot if you need to. Crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. All 10 toes face directly forward or even slightly pigeon toed. Lift your butt up, lift your knuckles up, relax your neck. Feel that connection to your center at the bottom of each exhale. You can keep your fingers interlaced or you can let it go. We'll be here for about 3 more breaths. Good job. So just feeling into your body, flowing with your breath, not fighting against it, but feel your breath move through every little space. And if it gets stuck, how can you adjust to let it flow? Good job. If you still have your hands clasped, take one more big inhale. Exhale, hands to your low back, then gently release. Fingertips to the ground. Everybody crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes to face forward, and step your back foot forward, forward, fold. Once you've arrived, find a halfway lift position. Exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet out to the width of your yoga mat. Feet can stay parallel if that's available to you, or toes wider than heels. So heels in, toes out. We're coming down into a low yogi squat. If at all possible, heels stay down. If this is way too much, you can stay up higher, take a wider leg squat. Very nice. And then rather than rounding your spine and curling in, think of a turtle coming out of its shell. Broaden your collarbones, lift through the crown of your head. Root down through your heels, see if you can pick up your toes and spread them. Good. Soft through your face. Feel into being focused and alert and calm and relaxed all at the same time. Slow, deep breath. Good job. Next time you inhale, come back to a halfway lift position. So you can adjust your feet as needed, lengthen your spine. Take an extra breath here. Gaze down. Back of your neck is long. If you want to challenge, bring your arms to cactus arms, palms face down. Press your arms up and your chest down. Your spine should be long. If you need to, bend your knees. Take one more big inhale wherever you're at. Awesome job. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Let's just roll up one vertebra at a time, so slowly. You can let your arms stay down, or if you feel like you want to reach your arms up and stretch, totally fine, go for it. Eventually, everybody meet in mountain pose with your arms down by your sides. Palms open. Close your eyes and feel from the inside for a moment, just standing, rooted through your feet, broad through your shoulders, neutral through your spine and your pelvis. Drop through the crown of your head and feel what it feels like to simply stand with ultimate awareness. Feel your breath flow through you. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. Stay as you are, but feel yourself get bigger energetically. Whole, open mouth sigh, let it go. Good job. Ujjayi breath, arms reach up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Exhale over towards the windows. Inhale, come through center, switch your grip. Other side as you exhale, up and over. Inhale back to center, listen here. Exhale, cactus your arms, squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, lift your heart. Baby back bend. Inhale, re-extend and realign. Exhale, swan dive down. Yes. Halfway lift. Nice, Tiffany. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, move through your vinyasa, however you would like. What is happening? And back to downward facing dog as you're ready. Yeah. Once you're back in your down dog, maybe walk it out. Just kind of feel around the difference between right side and left side, right leg and left leg, right arm and left arm. Maybe there's a big difference. Maybe you can't feel any difference at all. There's no right or wrong, no judgment. We're just taking in information. We're just feeling into what is present right here, right now. Next time you inhale, left leg to the sky. See if you can keep your hips square. So inner thighs face each other. Hug in with your inner thighs. So notice if you kind of got lazy and sunk into your outer right hip. Hug in with your right inner thigh. And if that means you bend your right knee and come up to the ball of your right foot, try that. See if it feels more supportive for you. See if you feel like you're being more efficient in your body. So make this pose work for you. Be skillful. Take one more big inhale. Press up with your left leg. Awesome, Andrea. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So curl in, hollow out. Round your spine and lift through your waistline as you breathe in. Exhale, softly step your left foot forward, low lunge. Good job. Rise as you're ready. Crescent lunge. You can take your time, front knee over front ankle. High on the ball of your back foot. Think of pulling your front hip back hip forward, even more than you would think. To me, I always feel like I'm overdoing it, but you'll feel that squeezing of your inner thighs. You'll feel that connection to your center, your lowest, deepest abdominals. Yeah, beautiful. Lift your heart up. Maybe take your gaze up. Take one more inhale. Legs stay strong as you exhale. Grab your right wrist and then side body stretch. So think of pulling your upper body up, lengthening, and then to the left. Make sure that you don't round and look down at the ground. Lift your heart. Maybe you even take your gaze slightly up. Stay strong through your legs. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward. Yeah, see if you can feel the stretch all the way down to the front of your right hip. You look so good. Keep your right shoulder back and down, plugged in. One more breath. Good. Back to center. You can release your grip, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands come down. Right hand stays on the ground or use a block. Left arm reaches up. So for me, I just like to take my right fingertips to the ground. It gives me just that little bit more length in my right arm. Keep your legs strong. So this pose, the twist isn't coming from your legs or arms, but ideally from your belly, from your center, from your core. Imagine you're trying to pull your left hip towards the back of the room, but at the same time, left knee is magnetized to your right armpit. Breathe down into your belly and your low back. Feel that puffing up. And then as you exhale, twist, twist, twist. One last round. Stay with it. Good job. And then your exhale, nice Sophia, let it go. Set up your warrior two legs. So pivot your back heel down. Nice palm. Cartwheel your arms up. Beautiful. Left toes forward, right toes to the right. Front heel either intersects your back arch or lines up with your back toes, whatever feels best for you. Wrap your left butt cheek underneath your body and track your front knee towards your pinky toe. Nice, Leah. So feel into your weight, nice and centered, rather than feeling like you're leaning forward. Good. Next time you inhale, reverse your warrior. Front palm rotate up, reach up, stay on your right hip for support. Maybe your right fingertips slide lightly down your right leg. If you want to grab hold of your left wrist, use that as gentle leverage. Go for it. Keep the bend in your front knee. Stay open through your heart, open through your hips. Try not to let your right hip shoot forward. So pelvis is neutral. Take one more big inhale, reach. Nice exhale. Come back to your warrior two. Straighten your front leg, set up for triangle. So if you want to, you might shorten your stance by just an inch or so. Remember, hips get pulled towards the back wall at the same time as you're reaching for the front wall. So you're being pulled in these opposite directions. Whenever you're ready, just tip it over. So not your upper body, not your heart, just your arms. Left hand towards the ground, right arm towards the sky. Stay open. Yes, so good. Nice, Kelly. Nice, Keelan. You can stay where you're at, or maybe right arm reaches forward, bicep next to your ear. Feel that length in your right side. Maybe both arms reach forward. Only take that variation if you can keep that strength, that strong foundation through your legs, what we call the integrity of the pose. Beautiful. Good, Mary. Awesome, Kathy. One last round. Your fullest expression. Soften your face. Unclench your jaw. Press into your feet. Rise up. Both arms to the sky. Parallel your feet, all 10 toes, face towards the wind. Take one more inhale to lengthen. Root through your feet, lengthen your side bodies. Exhale, swan dive down. Make sure all of your toes face forward or you're very slightly pigeon-toed. So we don't want our toes wider than our heels, or we don't get the stretch in the backs of our legs. For a long time, I had the tendency to just lock out my knees and rock back into my heels here. All that is doing is exploiting the hypermobility in your joints. So it's better to actually keep a bend in your knees and then bring your weight forward, lift your sit bones up as high as you can using your core, and then you might straighten your legs from there, but it will be with strength in your quads and the front of your legs, so you're safely stretching the backs of your legs, not just sinking. Yes, love the adjustments. You can keep your heels on the ground, but if I had a piece of paper and I wanted to slide it underneath your heels, it would be really easy for you to just lift them up. Wherever you want to go, you've got about 2 more breaths, so any movement, more than welcome, any variation. Just notice, feel, observe. Wherever you are at, bring your fingertips to the ground. Start to crawl your fingertips forward, rotate your toes forward, and step your back foot forward, forward fold. Once you've arrived, find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and then walk your feet out wide to the width of your yoga mat. Toes wider than heels, or if it's available to you, your feet can stay parallel. Come down into your low yogi squat. So if and only if you want to, you can play with crow pose from here. So stay in your squat if you prefer. Otherwise, plant your hands out in front of you and start to lift up to your tiptoes. Work your knees up as high as you can towards your armpits. Think of navel to spine as you shift your weight forward. And then maybe lift one or both feet up. Maybe touch your big toes together behind you. So you're really lifting through your waistline, pressing into your fingertips. If it doesn't work, no big deal, just play. So have curiosity and playfulness rather than anger and frustration. Doesn't really matter if you can ever do crow pose in your life. Nobody actually cares. Good job, you guys. All right, from wherever you are at, slowly find your way to your halfway lift position. So butt sticks out, crown of your head reaches forward, back of your neck elongates. If you want to add those cactus arms, feel free. Press your arms up and your chest down. Feel the strength in your back body. Beautiful. One more inhale. Exhale, fold. Roll up, super, super slow. Head is the very last thing to lift. If you feel like you want to reach your arms up, go for it. You want to just roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Perfect. Meet in your mountain pose with your arms down by your side. I know if you take yoga at core power, mountain pose is arms reaching up. Traditionally, it's arms by your sides, Tadasana. Root it through your feet, draw up through the crown of your head, broaden your collarbones, neutral pelvis, neutral spine. So close your eyes and feel yourself from the inside. Imagine that there is a plumb line, a fulcrum, an anchor point going down the center, the crown of your head, all the way down to your pelvis, rooting you into the ground. Imagine that plumb line and just start to shift your weight ever so slightly around it. So rocking forward, rocking back, rocking around in little tiny circles, but then always coming back to feel yourself anchored and centered, to feel your feet rooted. Feel that sense of stability and safety from within. And then your breath flowing through you. Next time you inhale, stay as you are, breathe in as big as you can and feel your body expand energetically. Hold in fullness. Big open mouth sigh when you're ready. Let it go. Ah. Ujjayi breath, arms reach up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, side body stretch to the right, send your hips to the left. All the way to empty, back through center. Inhale, switch your grip. Other side, up and over, exhale. Inhale back to center. Baby back bend, cactus your arms. Curl open, make it come from your mid and your upper back. Hug in with your inner thighs. Inhale, re-extend. Feel your neutral pelvis, neutral spine as you reach. Exhale, stick your butt out. Swan dive down. Forward fold. Beautiful. Nice, Rachel. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa however you would like. See you back in downward facing dog. Good, you guys. Back in your down dog, Ujjayi breath. So if you've lost it, fire it back up. Ujjayi breath is my favorite because it's energizing at the same time as it's relaxing, calming. There's a sense of effort. There's a sense of ease. There's a sense of softness and strength just within your breath. So really learn how to use it to hold you and support you. Let it flow through. Next time you inhale, right leg to the sky. This time we're gonna open up our right hip. So bend your right knee and then right knee out and up. Try not to let it come from your shoulders. So rather than sinking into your left shoulder, both hands stay rooted, both shoulders stay strong. Feel your right hip almost like a hinge on a door, and your right leg is the door. It just swings open. See if you can keep your right foot active. Squeeze through your outer right butt cheek. Take one more big inhale. You can stay here, good Christine, or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Push the ground away. Nice, Lisa. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right to right. Aim for your armpit. So aim high. Maybe bend your elbows, add a little push up. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale, back up. Yes. And exhale, everybody, knee to your nose. Round your spine. Push the ground away. Step forward softly. All right, this time, just come straight up to your warrior two. So back heel pivots down. Cartwheel your arms up. We'll move into side angle. So once you kind of feel like you've got your stance set up, right toes forward, left toes to the left, front butt cheek wraps underneath. You can start to move into your side angle, reach forward, tip it over. Maybe right elbow rests on your right thigh, maybe right hand to a block or the ground. Left arm can reach up or left arm can reach forward. Here are your options. You can stay in side angle. Maybe there's a variation you want to work towards. You can move into balancing half moon. Reach your right hand forward and then float your back leg up. If you go to balancing half moon and you want to turn it into a bind, Ardha Chandra Chapasana, go for it. So your personal exploration from side angle posture, wherever you want to take it, you've got about 3 more breaths. You can hold. If you fall out, Awesome. That means you were challenging yourself. Come back in when you're ready. Open through your heart, open through your hips. Beautiful, everyone. If you are holding your left foot in your hand, slowly release and re-extend your left leg. Take one more full breath wherever you're at. See if you can come back to a warrior two stance, maybe soft landing. Yay! Once you're there, if you need to move and settle your legs, adjust, feel free. Good. All right, reverse your warrior. Just one more time, getting that stretch in your right side. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground. Pivot to the ball of your back foot. You're in a low lunge position. We're moving into pyramid pose. Step your back foot forward about a foot or so. Personally, I like my feet on 2 train tracks, all 10 toes face forward. Traditionally, it's feet on a balance beam with your back toes at about a 30-degree angle out to the left. So whatever works best for you. Find a halfway lift position with your spine. And as you find that length in your spine, bend your right knee for a minute. So your front knee, bend it, and then really intentionally re-straighten your right leg by pressing back through the top of your right thigh and lifting your right sit bone up as high as you can. So if you want to even take your right hand to the crease in your right hip and push back, go for it. You can stay here if this feels like enough. Otherwise, keep drawing your right butt cheek up, keep pressing your right hip back, and then fold. Forehead towards your shin, nose towards your knee, navel towards your spine. Draw your right butt cheek up, 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 up. Press the top of your right thigh back. Every exhalation, that's your invitation to dive a little deeper. Try not to force your body, but use your breath to relax into those hard edges, to soften around the discomfort. Not trying to control or make the sensation go away, but just letting it have space to be felt, to move through. Take about one more huge breath, working into your pose, maybe just a tiny bit deeper. Ah. All right, listen, fingertips to the ground. So if you need to bend your front knee a lot, bend your front knee a lot. Walk your hands forward, left leg to the sky, standing splits. We're not gonna hold it super long. So think of this as just a one-legged forward fold. Spread your left toes. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, Shiva squat. Tuck your left knee into the back of your right knee. Curl in, nose towards your knees, get small. Inhale, re-extend your left leg. If you want, you can play with a handstand hop. And then exhale, Shiva squat. We've got 3. Inhale, left leg high. Take a hop if you want. Exhale, Shiva squat. Last time. Inhale, standing splits, or one last hop. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. So left foot comes down next to right. Big toes touch. Tuck and curl, get small. Option to press your heels towards the ground to work your ankle flexibility, or lift your heels up high to work the strength in your ankles, your feet, your calves, your shins. Option to keep your hands down or wrap your arms around your shins. Get as small and as compact as you can, like you're trying to fit yourself in a little tiny egg. Yeah, good, Andrea. Breathe into your back body. One last round. Halfway lift with your inhale. Heels down, spine long. Exhale, bow and fold. Reverse swan dive. Take it all the way up. Arms reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right. Root down. So balancing pose here. Don't get scared. I know people have strong feelings about balancing. Just go with the flow. If you fall out, be playful about it. So we're going to balance on our left foot. Imagine all of your weight coming into your left foot. Lift your right knee up. Take your arms up, standing stack. This can be where you stay. Hug in with your inner thighs. Flex your right toes, or option to twist. Left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Right arm back, or right hand to your sacrum. You can use your arms as gentle leverage. If you want to take it further, grab hold of your right foot with your left hand. I personally like the outer edge. Start to extend your right leg by pressing through your heel. Keep your spine long, only extend as much as you can without rounding your back. Squeeze your inner thighs, twist from your center. So use your breath, breathe down into your belly. Take one more round, fullest expression, twist, twist, twist. Slowly come back to standing staff, release your arms. Maybe your right leg is extended, hovering. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, set your right foot down, even out your weight, swan dive. Halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, plant your hands, step back, vinyasa, however you would like. See you back in downward facing dog. And again, just taking a moment to feel right side versus left side. Right leg versus left leg. Feel your breath. Make it big, spacious. All right, friends. From your down dog, next time you inhale, left leg to the sky. Now try not to shift through your hands or your shoulders as you peel your left hip open. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and then up. So it literally just comes from your left hip socket, from your left hip joint. Use that mobility. Awesome, Erin. Take one more big inhale, flex through your left toes or active through your left toes. Exhale, left knee to your right elbow. Awesome, Paul. Use your oblique strength. Push the ground away. Back up, three-legged dog. Scorpion your leg if you want. Left to left. Aim high. Aim for your armpit. Maybe add that little push-up. Don't let your butt drop. Nice, Sophia. Inhale back up. Good, Jen. And then last one, everybody. Knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Step forward softly. Warrior two stance. Back heel pivots down. Windmill your arms up. Take just a moment to settle in. We've been here already a few times, so you're familiar with it now. Your body knows it. Feel it from the inside out. Eventually move into your side angle. So hips stay open, shoulders stay open, heart stays open, reach forward. Good, Andrea, as you tip it over. Keep wrapping your front butt cheek. You can absolutely stay in your side angle. There's a lot of places you can go. There's a lot of variations. Or if you want, work into your balancing half moon at any time, good Nils. So left arm reaches forward as you float your back foot off the ground. Great place to use a block if you've got one. You wanna go for our sugarcane variation, Ardha Chandra Chapasana, bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your right foot. Good. See if you can open through your right shoulder and your hips if you're taking that bound variation. So you're not in hip flexion, you're in hip extension, you're opening. Active through your back foot. If your back leg is lifted, see if you can lift it a tiny bit higher. Soften your face. Take one last huge breath. If you're holding your right foot, slowly release. And then back to warrior two, land as soft as you can. Awesome, Em. So take just a moment to settle back into your warrior two, adjust if needed. Inhale, reverse, stretch your left side, lengthen your left side. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, pivot to the ball of your back foot. Pyramid pose, so step your back foot forward about a foot or so. Again, I like my feet on two train tracks or two skis, all 10 toes face forward. Traditionally, feet are on a balance beam. Your back foot is at about a 30-degree angle. So choose what feels best. Come to a halfway lift position. And once you feel that length in your spine, bend your left knee and then focus on straightening your left leg again by really pulling your left hip back and pressing back through the top of your left thigh. So yeah, like that. Imagine there's a string attached to your left butt cheek and it's pulling up towards the ceiling. If this feels like enough, stay here in your halfway lift. Or if you can keep that work, start to work into your fold. So left butt cheek pulls back and up. Yes. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Nice, Lisa. Breathe. Good, Jen. I love the awareness. So rather than just hanging out in a pose that feels easy, but it's really not doing much. You're in this pose that feels intense, but guess what? You can be with that intensity. So rather than trying to get it away, make it go away, just let there be space to feel uncomfortable for a moment, to breathe around it, soften around it. Each exhale, embracing it a little more, diving a little deeper. Take 2 more breaths. You guys look so good. Awesome job. After your 2 breaths, standing split. So bend your front knee if you need to, bend it a lot if you need to. Walk your hands forward, lift your back leg up. It's just like a one-legged forward fold. I do not care one bit how high your right leg is lifted, but make it strong. I know your left leg is talking to you. It's probably screaming at you. Send it your breath. Say, hey, I feel you. It's okay. I'll be done in just a minute. Breathe. Take 1 more big inhale, right leg high. Maybe spread your toes. Shiva squat, right knee into the back of your left knee, get small, round, hollow out. Inhale, standing splits. Take a handstand hop just for fun if you want. Exhale, Shiva squat, curl in. Inhale, standing splits or handstand hop. Exhale, Shiva squat, last time. All the way to empty. Inhale, reach your right leg high, hop if you want. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. You can give your left leg a shake out if it needs it at first, and then curl in. Maybe give yourself a big squeeze, hug it out. Good job, friends. Stay in your tiny potato bug ball, or if you want to challenge, turn it into a toe stand. So balancing on your toes, hug in with your inner heels, hug in with your inner knees, your inner thighs. Point your knees straight forward. Hands to your heart, long through your spine, soft through your face. Calm and relaxed, focused and alert all at the same time, letting life flow through. Whatever's there, let it have space. Not trying to fix or control, just allowing and witnessing. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's challenging, 1 last breath. Good job. Halfway lift, heels down, spine long. Exhale, fold, let it go, bow deeply. 1 last time, rise up. Arms reach up, full body stretch. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, last balancing pose. Right foot is your foundation this time. Lift your left knee. Hug in with your inner thighs, active through your left foot. Take your arms to the sky, standing staff. This can be where you stay. Work with your balance. Next option, right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Left hand either reaches back or left hand to your sacrum. Use your arms as gentle leverage to work your twist. If you want to go further, right hand to your left foot. I prefer the outer edge. Start to extend your left leg by pressing through your left heel. If you cannot get your legs straight without rounding your back, please only straighten your leg as much as you can, keeping your spine nice and long. Hug in with your inner thighs. Breathe down into your belly, nice Mary. Twist from your center. Being playful if you fall out. 1 last round, your fullest expression. Slowly unwind, standing staff, arms to the sky, staying balanced if you can. Inhale here. Exhale, set your left foot down, transfer your weight so it's nice and even. Stick your butt out, dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, vinyasa however you would like. See you back in down dog. Get a little fresh air in here for a second. All right, friends, Ujjayi breath. Just a little bit longer. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Pigeon pose with your exhale. So right shin to the top of your space. Set your body down gently. Right knee should be towards the outer right edge of your mat rather than towards midline. You want to get that external rotation. And then rather than just plopping into your pigeon, which I know if you have open hips, it's tempting to just kind of plop, hug in just like you would do in a lunge, just like you would do in pyramid. Pull your front hip back, plug the femur bone into the socket. Keep pulling back and up as you bow forward. So pigeon is not just sleeping pigeon. You shouldn't feel like you could fall asleep. There's still that strong structure. And just soften around it with each breath. So bring awareness to those places where you resist without even noticing. If you do it in here, almost 100%, if you do it out there too in the real world. So are you clenching your jaw? Are you tightening through your facial muscles? Are you tightening through your shoulder, your hand? And what if you could soften through your heart space? What would that feel like? Open mouth exhales at any time. So every exhalation, just an invitation to let go and surrender a little more, to let life flow through you. Take about 3 to 5 more breaths. In your next couple rounds, slowly start to transition back to a 3-legged down dog, however you want to get there, and then option to flip your dog if you would like as a counter pose. If you don't want to flip your dog, maybe just give your right leg a gentle shake out, maybe roll out your ankle. Nice. Eventually regular down dog, everyone, and just walk it out there. If you want to move through a vinyasa to just kind of reset on your own, feel free. Nice, Kelly. And once you're back in down dog, feel your breath, feel the right side versus left side. I'll let you, in your own time, transition to pigeon with your left shin forward or your left shin on top. Nice, Andrea. This is a thought by my favorite, or currently favorite, meditation teacher, Cory Muscara. It says, thoughts can be an expression of wisdom or fear. If we want to live from our deepest intuition, it is imperative that we learn to discern the two. Here is one simple hint. Thoughts from wisdom feel spacious. Thoughts from fear feel constricted. Be patient. It can take time to see. So I am in my own life, in my own practice, trying to feel into what feels more spacious, more expressive, more true and authentic for me. And then what feels more constricted, like I'm somehow getting myself hooked or attached or needing to control or fix. That feels constricting, that feels limiting. So when we surrender, we open, we feel more spacious, we give everything more room to just flow. Take about 3 to 5 more rounds. Open mouth exhales at any time. And I'll just leave it up to you. So when you feel pretty much even on both sides with your pigeon, no rush, slowly start a transition back to one final down dog, or three-legged dog, I should say first. Flip your dog if you want to on this side, counter pose. Please keel in. And then eventually one final down dog, walk it out. One final vinyasa. If you want to take it on your own, go for it. Just feeling into the spaciousness you created inside of you, breathing into that openness that you feel as you let energy flow through. However you want to get there, find your way down onto your back. You can face whichever direction you want. Once you're on your back, draw your knees in, rock gently from side to side. Give your low back a little massage. Supine spinal twist of your choice. Let your knees fall to the right. Left arm out to the left, or maybe cactus with your left arm. Gaze up or over your left shoulder. Breathe down into your belly. Another thought for you. We often try to get over our pain, our loss, our hurt, our heartache. What if you allowed it to be there and let it exist within the whole of you? Maybe that is real healing. So even when we're sad, even when we're experiencing pain or loss or deep grief, there's still so much more that we can feel at the same time. We can still be happy. We can still have moments of joy. We can still feel our sadness deep down, let it have space to just be there. So the less we try to fix and change, the more we just flow with life. As you're ready, switch sides. So you can come through center and find a little bit of just neutralizing movement and then take it to the other side. Take as much time as you want to with your legs over to the left. When you feel pretty much even, no rush. Come back to center, maybe a happy baby pose, maybe give your knees a big squeeze. So any finishing movements that your body is craving or calling for. And then just slowly start your transition into your final relaxation. So as you settle in, your breath now just becomes effortless. Your body just gives in to gravity. Your muscles soften away from the bone. Your eyes rest heavy in their sockets. And just imagine your body now as this wide open space for energy to flow through in the form of sound and vibration. As I play my bowls, just feel the energy moving through you. And if it's uncomfortable, just like you would breathe into an uncomfortable yoga pose, breathe into the sound and see if you can soften around it. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, sigh. Ha. Start to wiggle through fingers and toes. And just bring gentle movement back into your body. As you feel ready, roll to either side, fetal position, and take a moment to just rest there, kind of letting the energy from that sound bath, from your practice, settle in, soak in, integrate in. Maybe there's some way you visualize that. And then using the strength in your arms, find your way up to seated meditation, facing towards the front of the room. So right back where we began. Close your eyes. Gather your hands to your heart. And we'll close our practice all together with the sound of Om. So your vibration coming from your root. So rather than oming from your head, Om from your gut all the way down. Let it move through you. It doesn't matter how it sounds, but feel it. Feel that vibration. So let's start by exhaling, emptying out. Clear your throat if you need to. Breathe in your voice. Om. Namaste. Whew, we made it. Good job, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I love teaching here on Sundays. Just heads up, I think probably beginning of the year, I'll probably just most likely take over this Sunday class because it's hard to build it when we're rotating all the time. Other instructors don't have people show up and it sucks for them. So I've been teaching my 10 o'clock power class in Sandy for like 7 years. So I'm just going to take that and put it here. So I'm not going to teach, sorry if anyone's bummed, I'm not going to teach 2 classes. It's not going to be like this. I'm just going to teach 1 power class 10 a.m. And if anyone else will do restore, then maybe there will be a restore. But people don't want to commit to a Sunday because they like their way. Just a heads up. Thank you, Zoomies.
For restore, I'd love to have you.
Thanks, Katie.